Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Crimson Pharaoh. Welcome back to the Ep8 Beginner's Guide, free-to-play 2023. I had a question about the Sanctuary, so we will start there today, and I've got one other thing, but we will be taking a look at the Wyvern team finally today. So I spent about 2.5 weeks I've been playing for this account, but for the Sanctuary here, you're pretty much getting just the Breath of Orbuses from Episode 1, and then there's a side challenge or whatever in your adventurer's path to get the Jurgen Borderlands Breath of Orbus that are, if it's literally your first day and somehow you're like 7 or 8 episodes into my guide, then this is what a Breath of Orbus is. But yeah, basically you need one of these to upgrade your Sanctuary. And I would start here. Obviously you have to start here. The tutorial makes you put one into this thing. I don't know if it makes you use a Breath of Orbus, but you do have to unlock this, so it makes sense to just do like one here and one here, just to get a little bit of extra capacity to hold stuff, so you don't have to be checking so frequently. But yeah, really the first place you want to invest is the Forest of Souls. Just these two on the side here. Do this one all the way up first 3 here, and the second 3 here. I think the first upgrade is free once again. I think when you unlock these things, you don't have to use a Breath of Orbus, so I think it might just be 5 total. But yeah, this is completely useless. Just don't even waste the time on it. Eventually you'll have all the Breath of Orbuses to fill out the whole Sanctuary, so you can just do that at that point. But yeah, definitely do these. You definitely want to be getting the penguins and the blooms faster, and it helps with the instant growth. That's the biggest thing, the instant growth cost of Stigma. That will bring, that's over here in the growth altar. This is 50,000 if you don't have that upgraded. It is 42,500 if you do. You need to hit this twice because you need 20 epic spirit blooms to make a 5-star or 6-star. So it'll take you 85,000 if you have those 3 upgrades done. If it's at 0, it'll take you 100,000. I mean, and that's just, you don't really want to waste 15,000 Stigma for no reason. So that's priority number 1, really, is getting these 2 done, which you'll do pretty fast anyway. And then go into the High Command when you unlock this and put 1 Breath of Orbus into here and 1 Breath of Orbus into here, and you'll be taking the 1 energy missions that are in here. So it's 1 energy for 2 hours, and you get 10 ancient coins back. It's the exact same thing for the war mission, 1 energy for 2 hours, and you get the conquest points here. It's just the best value, it always has been. And then you come down into the Steel Workshop. This needs to completely be done, all of it. The gold reduction needs to be done. Reduces resources required to craft needs to be done. Getting the highest possible roll here of an epic piece, and then higher for heroic as well. Like rare pieces, even at level 85, aren't going to do anything. They're usable the first 3 weeks, maybe. I shouldn't say the first 3 weeks, because gear is kind of a mess there, and I'll talk about that here today. But after, you just shouldn't use them. I mean, just farm the level 85 heroic and epic pieces and upgrade those ones. And then after you get that done, you can come back into here, and you could probably just do all of it if you want. You could go, if you had these at 1-1, you could go all the way up into here to get more capacity to hold stuff, and then into here to generate it faster. And this, you can flip back and forth based on how actively you can play. You can be on every 4 hours. If you have a lot of time, then you could just do this first, because you're going to be able to collect it faster anyway. And then this is pretty nice. It's a 50% chance to get double the rewards, or no, triple. 50% chance to get triple the rewards. So it's really nice when that procs. So I'd go for 3-3 after this, after you've done this one then. And then after you've done that stuff, I would go into here and do 3-3-3 all the way across the board in the Alchemist Steeple, and then I would finally come back and do the Forest of Souls with the Breath of Orbuses that you have left over, because that upgrade in there is not that impactful. You don't need to get a higher level penguin. It's not that big of a deal. So I hope that helps with the Sanctuary. The other thing is the Grace of Growth. Once you get 3 level 60 heroes, so obviously you have to make 3 6-stars. But once you get here, you get this thing where you can place a hero here, and then you can get this, And then also when you get to here, skill enhancement of a starting 5-star hero is plus 15. It's all the way. Yeah, fully enhanced skills. So I'm doing this for Sigrid right now. I only have 2 skills left. And then I will be able to use this. It makes the unit, it could be a level 5 3-star unit. It'll make it a level 60, completely awakened, and have 12 skill ups into it. I'm putting Vildred on this the moment I get him. And I'll be summoning for him. I can probably even just do that today if I have time. I might do that. Yeah, no, I'll do that. I'll do that in the next episode, actually. Today we'll just talk about Wyvern gear. So I can do Wyvern 11 consistently without fail. I haven't failed it yet. You have to defeat episode 2, chapter 410 in here to unlock exclusive equipment. So if you need to, I'll just show it visually so you guys can see it. You need to complete City of Sorcerers Witch Haven and complete 410 here. So you need to get through that, and then you unlock the Hall of Trials over here, and then you can do that. You can do this, I think you get unlimited tries, but you have to increase your rank, or you get 3 tries or something. I don't know. You have to increase your rank to get more rewards back, though. The reward list is here. Pretty much all you're going to get the first couple times is D, and there's not even a big difference between D, C, B, A, whatever. Like, just doing it at all, it's almost, I think it's almost impossible to not get 5,000. Unless you're intentionally putting in level 5 3-stars, you're gonna get to 5,000. If you have 1 6-star on the team, they're gonna do it alone. Like, I wouldn't be worried about hitting 5,000 points. And then you come in and exchange these things for these exclusive equipments. You obviously, Sigrid is a warrior. From here, they're all fine. I would recommend taking the skill 1 or the skill 3 here. And then, obviously, if you get 7 attack, you might want to just reroll a couple times, or just put more of that currency into it. But yeah, if you have the skill 1 or the skill 3, just stick with that for the moment, and then move on to Angelica here. She gets speed. I would go for the 3rd skill here, the 2nd or the 3rd skill. The first one is completely useless, but the 2nd or the 3rd are pretty good. I mean, obviously dispelling 1 debuff makes her a cleanser at that point, which is massive. Not for Wyvern, but she's more usable than in other content. So I would definitely try to get skill 3. But yeah, and then you can come over and do Furious for the Rangers. This one, again, I think you can kind of choose what you'd like. The first one is useless. I just wouldn't worry about the burn effect. He never burns. He's just not going to do it. I put 3 Molagoras into his first skill to bring it from a 20 to a 25% chance, and I have not seen a burn in Wyvern yet. It was a waste of Molagora to skill him up on the first skill. I would go for the 3rd skill here. Fatal Bullet has a 75% chance to decrease hit chance when using. It's for 2 turns when using Fatal Bullet, so you're going to be using that every other turn. You're going to be using it, so it's a chance to decrease defense and decrease hit chance on the same skill. Obviously, decreasing hit chance is just great against the Wyvern, but having the extra debuff is what matters even more. So, I would say getting the highest attack percent possible on here is what matters for her. But make sure you have something for all 3, and then you can come back in once you have the 3 that you want and use the remaining stuff for Sigrid if you want to. I'm not going to. I got 11% attack. I don't particularly care. I'd prefer to save this currency for something later on that I might need, or I might just come back anyway and go for Sigrid. Who knows? But yeah, that's where you get the exclusive equipments from. And now let's talk about the actual equipment I have on, where I've gotten it from, and stat lines that you would like to hit. So over here you can see Angelica has 1450 defense, about 20,000 attack, or I mean health. That'd be insane. She'd be one-shotting the Wyvern. 20,000 health though, and then 160 speed is fine. I got her at 170. we do get these speed boots from the event, the Wyvern Hunt event. So this is completely free to play. This stuff, this whole side and then this necklace are from the day 5 of playing, and then these two, the ring and the boots, are from the hunt event thing that everybody gets. It's the cigarette Wyvern Hunt event challenge. She got a bunch of effectiveness, which is completely useless for Wyvern. It's kind of irritating because I actually need effectiveness elsewhere. But yeah, as long as you've got good health and good defense and like 160 speed, you're fine. Her exclusive equipment gives her 8 extra speed, so if you had good rolls here into speed, you might not even need the speed boots. You could go for defense, but I don't suspect it's going to be an issue. I'm having no issues in Wyvern 11. I think this might be enough tankiness anyway for 13. You can always bring these values up, these main stats up, and get more there. But even if this gear rolls terribly, the main stats should theoretically be enough. But yeah, and then Cigarette, you want her at like 160 speed as well. As long as you have Mewy. If you don't have Mewy on the team, just build Mewy anyway. Just keep. So okay, you're gonna do the Tamarin banner first, and you might get Mewy there. You might get Mewy from a Daily Covenant summon. If you don't get Mewy from the Tamarin banner, go through and do Adventure one more time, like enough times to get enough Skystones and bookmarks to do another story summon banner for Vildred. That's what I'm doing. If you picked Iseria, if you picked Vildred, do the Iseria banner. After 2 full banners, you should probably have Mewy. If you don't, then you might be like me on my other account. It took me like 500 summons to get Mewy. It was ridiculous. But go through here and do these. You get Skystones from each thing. You get Skystones 15 just for completing, completing the challenges here. It's 5 Skystones each. Just go through and do it in a bunch of different chapters in episode 2 and try to get enough Skystones to do that second banner and get a Mewy from there. Because it's a lot harder to do without Mewy. Yeah, it's just a pain. But anyway, she doesn't even have this necklace skilled up or enhanced at all. It doesn't even have a boot on her. This stuff is plus 12 here. She's got almost no effectiveness, so nothing she's doing is really landing. Pretty good attack there. Some good crit damage, some speed here. I actually got relatively lucky with the speed rolls here, so I could easily put these pieces of equipment onto Vildred once I'm able to replace these pieces with like speed and hit equipment so that she has enough effectiveness and that she might have enough speed that I could put like an attack percentage boot on. With the attack set, I'm going to need a speed boot for the hit set, and then I need a crit damage necklace for the hit set as well. I can throw on something like this, and that could work, but I would need one of these would need to turn into a hit set piece with a bunch of effectiveness on it, because you'd like to get these units to 65% effectiveness for Cigarette, Furious, and Mewy. Cigarette is a little bit less of a concern. Mewy and Furious literally have to be at 65% or they're useless in your team. Furious needs to be able to get that defense break off as much as possible, but yeah. If you guys don't know Angelica's skills, she's going to put a immunity and a barrier on your allies and heal all allies, and herself as well. And then this one recovers health. And if you have her on Prophetic Candlestick, it'll reduce the cooldown very frequently, and she'll have these skills back up even more than she already does. You can bring them to +4 for each skill. If you need more healing, you can bring them to +5. I'm just choosing to save the epic catalysts, I guess. Choosing to save the time there. If I can, if I have to, I guess I will, but at that point it's kind of like, what if I just increased the health she has here? Is she better off anyway then? But yeah, hit set here. I'm not even going to waste time putting a crit set on. A crit set is completely useless here. You only need 35% on your Cigarette and your Mewy, because Furious's crit buff is going to give you 50%, and then the fact that you have an ice unit attacking a fire unit, it's going to be 15% more, so you'll have that 100% crit rate. So yeah, the free attack set is fine so far. Mewy, just has this stuff. I'm just looking for speed and effectiveness and attack if I can get it, attack and crit damage. But yeah, effectiveness is the most important thing. He's only at 30%, but I'm hoping once I get some hit set pieces of equipment over here, the hit set alone will get him up to 50% guaranteed, and then I only need 15% more on top of that. He doesn't need to be doing the most damage in the world. It's not that big of a deal, but he does need to be doing his debuffs, because his debuffs are decreasing defense, bleeding, and then this skill attacks the boss and decreases attack. This also gives your entire team combat readiness against Wyvern, because you're bringing all the ice units. It only works if you have all ice units in the team. Skill enhancements here. Definitely +4 there. This is whatever you want it to be. And I would go for this here. Yeah, you can go for just +15 if you want. You can just do all of them if you want, but I would say try to get this to +4. You can get this wherever you want. I guess you can stop at +2. This one I would definitely take to +4 to get that extra chance to decrease defense, because then you've got the most opportunities to decrease defense between Mewy and Furious. So once I get stuff, he'll be on speed, attack, percentage, crit damage. If I put him on a speed hit set eventually, it would be more like crit damage, attack percentage, because he only needs 160 speed as well. I would try to make him a little bit faster than Sigrid. But yeah, once again, 65% effectiveness for Sigrid, Mewy, and Furious. If you need like a paper guide, like it in written form, there's stuff on Reddit. There's always some guides on Reddit. They tend to be fine. This is the most basic team you can use for Wyvern. It should be extremely easy to find a guide for these 4 specific units on Reddit. There will probably be multiple guides, so if you need it in written form, it's there for you. Mewy and Sigrid, before I move on to Furious, both on Daydream Joker. You want to get their skills off and doing as much damage as possible. I did get skill 3 and attack percentage there for the exclusive equipment. I did get 8 speed and skill 3 for Angelica there. And Furious, I have 7% attack, and I did get that 3rd skill. So I got the skills I'm looking for, and then the Furious attack percentage doesn't matter. He's pretty much trash. I don't know if I'm going to level this stuff up. This one isn't getting leveled up. This one might, because I could get extra speed off of these two. This one I could level up if I needed more health. I might need to level this one up to get through the first wave of Wyvern in stages 12 and 13. This effectiveness ring is from both of these, actually. These are both from the arena shop. And then these Pegasus boots, I think, come from episode 1, chapter 9 or 10. They're somewhere in there, the Pegasus boots. It's a side chest that you do to get an extra 5 sky stones. You get the extra quest completion that way, and these are in that chest, I think. So this is somewhere along the way. You'll find everybody. This is free to play for everybody to get. You'll find them. The crit chance doesn't matter at all. It's just I just needed speed, and I just decided to finish the set effect, I guess. But he has the effectiveness he needs. He has, more than he just needed 35% crit rate anyway. He's not going to do much damage. But what matters more on him is the speed, and then just keeping him tanky, getting some defense and health would be good. So if I do end up needing that, I will get this to +12. I will start leveling these two up as well to try to get some extra speed and some HP and defense percentage. Like 185 to 190 speed is fine. I'd shoot for like 190, 195 just to be on the safe side, but it's all good. And then the best artifact for him is Song of Stars. Most people aren't going to have that at the beginning of the game. That is a 5-star artifact, and it allows you to put target on your enemy. At +15, it will be a 75% chance to target. It is literally the best artifact for Furious. There's not one better in the game. But one that you can do is an Infinity Basket. This will increase the dual attack chance of all other allies when Furious is using his skills, and it will increase their attack as well. So he can attack the Wyvern and then potentially have a higher chance, or he will have a higher chance then of drawing one of the allies with him to attack the Wyvern. So it'll help you get a little extra damage there, but really Song of Stars is just the best, but Infinity Basket is also fine. If you don't have either of those, it just doesn't matter. I mean, it really doesn't matter at all. You can do this and increase your effectiveness with Andre's crossbow. If you're somehow struggling, just get the ring, though. I mean, everybody should be getting this ring for Furious, and then there's no issue at all. You will hit the effectiveness that you need. You'll be good to go there. So, alright, we're 20 minutes deep now. I hope that's covering everything that you guys had questions about. The skill enhancements for Furious are, you need to put 1 here. It has to be up because of the way that his skill rotation works. The first turn he takes, he will use skill 2, get the extra turn, use skill 3, and then you'll wait, and then he'll use skill 1, and then you'll wait, and then he will use skill 2, and then skill 3, and then you'll wait, and then you'll do skill 1, and then you'll wait, and then skill 2, and then skill 3, and so on and so forth. So you'll always have the crit chance buff up, and you will have you'll have the defense break up as much as possible, and then he does have the decreased hit chance from the exclusive equipment. I would definitely go for that third skill there. And then I think that's pretty much all of it. I think I talked about the skill enhancements. Sigrid is just every single one. If I didn't say Sigrid is just all of them. Just do all 5. Angelica, +4 here. Once again, +4. You can go to +5 on both if you need to. Her first skill is useless. Miwi, I would try +4 here for sure. +2 is fine for both of these if you want, but you can just go higher to get more damage and a little more effect chance as well. And that's good to go there. All you have to use is Stigma and Catalysts for him as well. I don't think he takes Epic. Yeah, he just takes normal rare Catalysts, so pretty easy to get him skilled up. You might as well do it to get a little extra damage, but it's really up to you. It's not that big of a deal. And then, yeah, so 1 and then 6 here. So I think that covers all of it. Again, if I missed anything, just leave a comment. I'll do my best to answer that. And yeah, I hope you guys all enjoyed this and learned something, and hopefully this helps you sort of streamline your progression with Wyvern. So 2 days from now, I'll be summoning for Vildred, and then probably 2 days after that, I'll be showing a Wyvern 13 team. I would guess that I will have the materials that I needed to craft some equipment and try to get those effect pieces, or just get lucky and get them from Wyvern. So anyway, yeah, that's all for this one, and I'll see everybody in the next video.